Hi crafty friends, it's Lori with a craft party. Wanted to show you that I work off camera too, and I made this pocket yesterday and I put a little bling on it, and this come from the Keepsake ephemera pack, and this came from a pack that I don't know. It wasn't My Porch Prints, it was another company that made that. And I put a little bling on there, but I just wanted to show you that I do work outside of making videos. Today I've got a little bit of stuff set aside. They mostly come from the Keepsake Journal kit that's freebies by My Porch Prints. And the other one that I got some embellishments from is the Ephemera and Fussy Cut pack by Keepsake by My Porch Prints. So I wanted to let you know that we are using the Keepsake journal today. And the first thing I want to do is I've got some tags and stuff here. I've got some lace, some sari silk, some buttons, and few other things sitting here on my desk that we'll try to work together and make a tag. I'm gonna get out the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo and of course ink everything up. This is a really pretty one by My Porch Prints. They're got a really pretty picture here. Okay, and then there's some tags. And this is also from My Porch Prints. I believe all the ephemera is from My Porch Prints. These two and these two. And this one doesn't need a whole lot of ink because it's already distressed. Okay. And then we've got this one. This is really pretty tag. Okay, and I thought we'd do something a little different today. I will try to mix it up a little bit. But first thing I'd like to do is put this lace on there. But if you notice, it's a little too white for my distressed ephemera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to the length that I need it. Oops, helps to take the guard off. Okay. And then I'm going to get out my paper here. And I've showed you this before. This is how I distress something that's a little too white for my project. And that's just taking some of the Vintage Photo Distress Oxide and the pad and just kind of going through and discoloring it. And then it blends in a lot better with the project that we're doing. And I'm going to put that on the side here. And I'll get out the Fabri-Tac. Put a little line of glue down the side. Okay, put the cap back on. And then we'll just set this on here. And while it's drying, I want to, had a string there. I want to set these on here like this. And I'm going to glue them on. This one I think will go a little farther out. And I'm going to get out my art glitter glue for this. And I'm not going to glue all the way to the end because I want some of it to stick out. We're going to put it about midway. And then I've got this one that I want to put on just a little shorter, so we're going to have to cut it off, looks like. So let's re-ink that. Okay. And yes, that helped out a lot. We'll go ahead and put some art glitter glue on that. There's that. And then the focal point, I would like to be this Victrola. I think that's what they're called. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong, but I think it's a Victrola. And I think to make things stand out a little bit, because it kind of blends in with the background, I think we'll get a little piece of sari silk. And I want to cut it from a spot that I can't make a rose out of. I don't know if you've seen me make the roses before, but I make it out of the sari silk. But you have to have a specific spot for that. Okay. That's a little too much. And we'll see if this works. Might use that other piece that I cut and put it up here to kind of raise that up too. Alright, let's go ahead and glue those down. Get out the Fabri-Tac. So we want this to go about right here. Glue's not coming out all that well. That's a big surprise, huh? I always have trouble with my glue. There's that. I'm going to use my bone folder for this to try to hold that down. My finger keeps wanting to bring it back up, and sometimes the bone folder doesn't. And then I need another spot right here of glue. There we go. And then I think I'm going to get a few of these stickers that lift up your embellishment. And I do want to put glue on them. Sometimes I forget, but I like putting glue on them because sometimes the sticky doesn't stay stuck. So it's nice to just glue it again and with the art glitter glue, and then it usually stays then. So we'll try to remember to do both sides. Okay, get out my towel. Here we go. And peel these up. These I got at the automotive section at Dollar Tree, and I don't know what they're for normally, but I thought they would work great for crafting. This goes down in there. That brought it up for you to see better. I think I'm going to use a couple buttons, or at least one button. That's a little white. Let's see what we've got here. I just pulled out a few. We've got this button here. I need a bigger one there, but that one would look cute there. And that button there, I think that'll work. And we'll get out the Fabri-Tac for that. And it just looks like the button is holding down the sari silk. Oops, dropped that one. I should use my tweezers. I have them. I have a couple sets of tweezers, but I don't know. Okay, and I do want to use this. Okay, we're going about right there. It's a little off center, but it'll work. And I'll get an eyelet out. Let's see if I've got, I don't think I have any dark pink, so we might have to go with a light pink. Just go with that one. It's a light pink. And grab out the punch again and set the eyelet. Oops, helps if you move it to the side. And then we've got the eyelet set, and we will cut a little bit more sari silk. Hopefully this is enough. When you're crafting, do you work in threes? Like I've got 3 buttons, 3 pieces of sari silk, and that type of thing. I've heard that's the way you're supposed to craft. You're supposed to scrapbook. I was just curious if that's how you do it. And there we go. We've got a tag that can go in our junk journal. And let's get our junk journal page out here. Let's see. Yes. And it can go in the page like this, or you can have it be the focal point on the page and use it as a tuck spot in the back. And if you put it on here like this, it can be a tuck spot over here, or you can just use it as a tag. And I think right now I'm just going to use it as a tag. And there we go. Thank you for stopping by today. It was great crafting with you. If you would like, subscribe, and comment down below. Love hearing from you. Have a great day. Hugs.